So let's dive in and explore how a property investment can be your golden ticket to a more permanent life in Dubai. So, for anyone who might be new to this, or perhaps you've heard the term golden visa, but you're not entirely sure what it entails, let us break it down. What exactly is the UAE Golden Visa? So essentially, it is a long term residence visa system. The Federal Authority for Identity, Citizenship, Customs, and Port Security. You will often hear this name. It is called as ICP commonly. It states that Golden Visa allows eligible individuals to live, work, or study in the UAE for 10 years. Often, you don't need a national sponsor, and the visa is automatically renewed if you continue to meet the conditions. Now, according to the ICP, the aim is to attract the investor who invest money in the country, the entrepreneurs who run an economic project, and the talented or skilled people. Now, this self sponsored aspect is a game changer that has attracted high net worth individuals across the world. It is a major shift from the traditional residency models we have seen in the UAE until just a few years back. Now, Golden Visa offers a new level of autonomy to residents. It shows the UAE's commitment to bringing in and keeping global talent and capital by offering this greater sense of stability. It allows you and your family to make long term plans with much more confidence. Now, as I just explained, there are several categories for the Golden Visa. You've got investors, entrepreneurs, and people with specialized talents. But today, for today's episode, our spotlight will be on the path for real estate investors to get Golden Visa. Cool. So, what is the main thing you need to know? The big headline. So, the big headline requirement is that you need to invest 2 million dirhams in a property. A common question I get is about what kind of properties are we actually talking about? So, the good news is there's quite a bit of flexibility there. According to both the GDRFA and the Dubai Land Department, an investor can own one or more properties, and it's the combined value that needs to hit that 2 million dirhams mark. Now, this can include any residential property like an apartment or a villa, or say you have multiple studios, you can combine them as well. The interesting part is that those of you who might have bought a property a while ago, you may have certain queries. Like I had a client who purchased an apartment a few years back for less than 2 million dirhams. Now, she reached out few months back and she asked me that since the purchase price was less than 2 million dirhams, does she need to buy another property to qualify? So, see, you can choose to simply use whatever was the purchase price for the application, or if you believe the property price has appreciated, you can mention that as well. But there is a big catch here. See, you cannot simply quote the recent transaction values of similar properties on DLD or listings on the various websites as the proof for appreciated value. It's an important point. It needs to go through the valuation process by a DLD certified valuation professional. Of course, there will be a fee to be paid, and it is in the range of about 4,000 dirhams. But if you are confident that the value has appreciated and the valuation will help you cross the threshold, then trust me, I think this cost is totally worth it. It's just 4,000 dirhams after all. And it means that existing property owners like my client might already be eligible without needing to make new purchases, and that will save them a lot of money. So, now moving on, a huge question on people's minds, and one I get emails about almost daily, concerns the off plan properties, those properties that are still under construction. So, what are the latest rules for off plan? Can I still qualify? So, this area has definitely seen some updates, and clarity here is absolutely vital for you. So, earlier there were restrictions like 50% of the property must be completed, before you apply for a golden visa on an off-plan property. Now, uh, since not many brokers or even employees in the real estate firms have a full clarity on these regulations, I reached out to many of them. But for further information, I personally deep dived into find more information, and you would be happy to know that an investor simply needs a no objection certificate from the developer, and this NOC just needs to confirm that some payment has been made towards that off-plan property. The payment percentage is not mentioned, so even the booking confirmation should be enough to start an application. There should be some money that you have paid, right? There is no minimum construction requirement, which was there earlier. If you look at the Dubai Land Department's own website, their service card for the 10-year investor visa, which was updated in May 2025, focuses on that 2 million dirhams value, and it does not go into explicit detail about off plan completion percentages. And trust me, there's a lot of confusion on this point in the market. So now for off-plan properties, you'll need an Oqood certificate, a recent statement of account showing your payments. Do note that while this is quite a straightforward process, very easy one, the eligibility may sometimes depend on the developer or a particular project, and the authorities may seek additional documents before proceeding for golden visa approval. So be ready for some kind of minor delays. Now, okay, so what's the takeaway for off plan? The 2 million dirhams value is the key. You need your documentation in order. That's your Oqood and statement of account, simple two documents, and potentially an NOC from your developer. But before we move ahead, let me just emphasize that Dubai's regulatory environment on visas is a bit dynamic. It often adapts to market needs, so slight variations you might see in information across different official portals could simply be due to staggered updates or perhaps more nuanced internal circulars within departments like the DLD, which might confuse you. Also, another important point is that because of massive influx of expats, the rules might change on this front. And at the time of your viewing this video, it could be a different set of requirements. My suggestion will be please be smart and always cross check. Feel free to reach out to me for any clarification so that you do not make any costly assumptions. Let's say if you're watching this in 2027 or 2026, rules may have changed. So feel free to write to me.